May God bless you abundantly. Dear friends and well-wishers, I am Father Dr. I. Jesudas SJ, a former associate professor and a research supervisor from St. Xavier's College of Education, Palayam Kotai. At present, I am serving as the principal of the Valnar College of Education, Kosavapatti in Tindigal district. I am uploading quite a lot of videos for the benefit of B.Ed, M.Ed, TET, NET, SET candidates. Kindly go through all these videos and get some benefit out of it. My YouTube channel name is Jesu Easy. Let us straight away enter into the topic memory and remembering. For more details about me, kindly see the description box below. What is memory? Memory is the ability of the mind to retain and reproduce what we have learned. There are some basic facts about memory. Learning is basic to one's memory. Learning must be retained in one's memory. Whenever there is a need, we must be able to retrieve our memory. What is the meaning of remembering? Remembering is the process of retaining and reproducing whatever has been learned. According to Reiben, one of the psychologists, remembering is the ability to store our experiences and bring them to our consciousness. There are some important concepts in remembering. Learning is the primary condition for memory. Retention is the process of preserving the learnt material. Recall means revival of memorized things. There are two types of recall, namely spontaneous recall and deliberate recall. Spontaneous recall just happens without any of our efforts, whereas a deliberate recall happens because of our efforts. Recognition is the awareness of the experience by which we identify the material retained and recalled. What are the types of memory? According to Wordsworth, there are four main elements involved in memory. They are learning, retention, recall, and recognition. There are some important memory types: immediate memory and permanent memory, active and passive memory, rote memory and logical memory, personal memory and passive memory, habit memory and true memory. Let us explain each of these types. If the individual has to reproduce his learning immediately, then he is employing immediate learning. Such a memory will not last long. While traveling by bus, we remember the bus number only during that travel. Even telephone number. Once we have dialed the phone with that number, we tend to forget that number. It becomes so natural to us. But even after a long time, if a person brings back to mind whatever he has learned, then that memory is called permanent memory. Names of important people in our lives, national holidays will always be in our green memory. Then active and passive memory. In active memory, we make deliberate efforts to recall some experience already learned when it is required. In answering the question in the examination hall, we need to make use of this type of memory. In passive memory, the past experiences come to our consciousness without making any effort on our part. For an example, telephone number, date of birth, etc. Then rote memory and logical memory. Rote memory is the ability for mechanically repeating an experience without any understanding. Some students have a good rote memory. They can muck up the material, reproduce it at the time of examination. Rote memory will not last long. Logical memory depends upon understanding. It is a resultant of logical thinking and thorough learning. A child understands the mathematical tables and then commits them to memory by repeating them and applies them on later occasions. This is an example of logical memory. Then, personal memory and impersonal memory. In personal memory, we remember our past experiences. In impersonal memory, facts are remembered without any reference to oneself. For an example, scientific truths, mathematical formula come under this category. Next, habit memory and true memory. According to Bergson, the contents of a lesson which have been learned by heart by repetition and recalled almost mechanically is an example of habit memory. Memory of learning materials that have been properly registered by scientific strategies of learning like association of ideas is true memory. Memorizing mathematical tables by mere repetition is a type of habit memory. True memory depends upon association of ideas and motivated study, and therefore it is favored by educators. What is STM and LTM? That is short-term memory, long-term memory. There are two types of memory, namely short-term memory with the time frames up to 30 seconds and long-term memory with the time frames of a lifetime. Short-term memory is the memory stored in which the length of retention is relatively short. Long-term memory indicates each person's total knowledge of the world and of the self. Long-term memory is a storehouse of all the experienced events, informations, emotions, skills, etc. What is memory span? The average length of the longest series one could immediately recall over a series of trials is taken to indicate the size of his memory span. George A. Muller conducted an experiment on the span of memory. He concluded that the average span of human memory can be expressed as 7 plus or minus 2, meaning that an adult can normally recall 7 times, but he can also remember as many as 8 or 9, or only as few as 5 or 6, whether the items be numbers, letters, nonsense syllables, or words. There are some differences between short-term memory and long-term memory. Short-term memory involves less neural activity. Long-term memory involves permanent structural changes in neurons. If a subject is asked to memorize a list of words and repeat them back in any order, recency effect takes place. That is, better memory of last few words in a list. That is in STM, short-term memory. Whereas in LTM, long-term memory, primacy effect takes place. That is, better memory of first few words in a list. The memory traces or the memory images in STM, short-term memory, get rapidly lost. In long-term memory, information is permanently recorded, but due to inappropriate cues, it cannot be retrieved sometimes. Interruptions cause loss of STM. LTM is much more resistant to distractions. What are the methods of memorizing? Recitation method. One can memorize what one learns by reading it over and over again. Example, memorizing the poem again and again. Spaced learning and unspaced learning method. In spaced learning, a little space or a little interval after reading the material is given and memory becomes stronger because the fatigue element is eliminated. It is generally difficult to memorize a poem comprising 200 lines at one sitting because of the possibility of fatigue and lack of interest. In unspaced learning, a short poem of 10 lines could be memorized in one sitting. Whole and part method of memorizing. In the part method, the learning material is divided into parts and each part is memorized separately. If the poem is too long, it is best to learn part by part. On the other hand, if the poem is short, it is best to read it again and again as a whole and memorize it fully. memory codes, mnemonic devices. We can use some symbols to make it easier to learn and memorize what we need to learn. For example, the 7 colors of the rainbow can be easily memorized with the word VIBGR. Likewise, for the 4 directions, news, NUWS. Logical learning. Ideas should be related to each other in a sequential, meaningful way for excellent memory. This is logical learning. Logical learning is far better than the rote memory. Learning and memorizing without understanding is called rote learning or rote memory. Methods of improving memory. Learners must be readily interested in the ideas or facts learned. What we learn must be arranged in order. Students will not be able to memorize contents that are not in order. Teaching ideas in conjunction with the everyday experiences can lead to long-term memory. Some more methods. Combining new learning with certain objects and certain events can improve memory. Everything learned in a peaceful environment is easily imprinted on our minds. A person's health and mental health are factors that determine his learning and memory. There is a very important method given by Thomas and Robinson, SQ4R method. For better memory, Thomas and Robinson recommended SQ4R method. The SQ4R method is this: survey, collection, question, quiz, read, reading, reflect, recite, review. So the SQ4R means survey, question, then other factors starting with R: reading, reflecting, reciting, reviewing. This is called the SQ4R method given by Thomas and Robinson. Thank you very much. God bless you.